47, you must end Slim Shady now. We have a situation in Dartmoor.
Part 2 of the holiday sale is here with over 40 more PSVR2 games and DLC, so be sure to check those chapters because we're going to start with the game that keeps on giving, and it's Hollywood's Resident Evil star Mila Jovovich that is the next celebrity elusive target. And for those of you that have been waiting patiently, wanting to get the most out of this incredible game, Hitman World of Assassination Deluxe Edition does include a bunch of extra PSVR2 content, and it's currently 55% off right now. Just be sure to pay that $10 American for that PSVR2 upgrade on the PlayStation Store, download it and install it, then load the game to unlock the Ultimate Edition to literally become Agent 47. Almost 53,000 people have rated the flat and VR version combined, making it 4.38 out of 5 stars, with 83% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And what's really cool is that the game has now been heavily patched to allow all additional content to now be playable on the PSVR 2. However, this deluxe edition does have some content that is still not available in VR. So I'm going to go over that with you real quick so you know exactly what you're getting. Starting with 2 new maps, New York and Haven Island, that are VR compatible, but the 2 Sniper Assassin maps are not in VR. However, when it comes to those unlockable deluxe items and suits, you will be able to use the Winter Sports Pack, which features the Snowball, Quick Draw, Pitten, Arctic Toolbox, and Winter Sports Suit. As well, the Smart Casual Pack includes the Smart Casual Suit, IO Elite S2VP earphones, and the ICA Flash Phone. The Executive Pack features the ICA Executive Briefcase, the ICA 19 Black Lily, and the Midnight Black Suit. And the Collector's Pack has a Remote Concussion Collector's Rubber Duck, and the Midnight Black Suit in that one as well. Interesting. The Special Assignment Packs number 1 and 2 are currently not available in VR. However, there are 6 deluxe escalations that are VR compatible and are unique in that they offer more items and cosmetics as a reward for completing them. The digital soundtrack, digital World of Hitman book, and director commentary for the mission introduction is not available in VR, as far as I know. And what's really cool is that all 7 of the deadly sins are also playable in VR. Wake up! This contains cosmetic items which are rewarded for completing these special escalation contracts. It claims that the levels feature unique game mechanics not found elsewhere in the trilogy. And nestled into the storyline, the 7 deadly sins hallucinations take place sometime after Agent 47 is poisoned in Mendoza. The next thing to mention is that there are a bunch of celebrity elusive targets that are free for everyone for a limited time window, but are also available as separate paid DLC, and some of them are currently on sale right now. Starting with The Drop, and it's 30% off. And with that, you're getting the Club Boom DJ suit, the 12-inch vinyl sampler, 12-inch flight case, the red light flash grenade, and the base, a 2-level arcade contract featuring the Drop elusive target. As well, it says that you're getting a set of cosmetics for the Freelancer safe house inspired by the Drop mission.
Your target is Mark Faber, also known as the Undying, a disgraced former MI5 operative.
And the second paid DLC is the Undying pack, and it's currently 30% off. And with this pack, you're getting the Ephemeral suit with eye patch, the Kronstadt Mini Flash Robo Exo 12900, the surround earphones, explosive pen, and the Ouroboros, a 3-level arcade contract featuring the Undying elusive target. As well, it says you're getting a set of cosmetics for the Freelancer safe house inspired by the iconic elusive target mission.
Good afternoon, 47. Your target is Max Valiant, ex-ICA assassin and a legend within the firm.
And the third celebrity elusive target, Jean-Claude Van Damme, is featured in the Splitter, and it's 30% off. This pack includes the boxer suit, the SMG, the kukri knife, the Good Cork Volume 3 VHS tape, the Replication, a 2-level arcade contract featuring the Splitter elusive target, and a set of cosmetics for the Freelance safe house inspired by the iconic elusive target mission. The Banker DLC features a James Bond villain and is currently 30% off.
Your target is the elusive Shadow Banker, known only as Le Chiffre.
And with this, you're getting the Banker King of Cards suit, the Banker Silence pistol, the Banker rope, the Casino Monarchique chip, bracket 1 million, and the Monarchique, a 2-level arcade contract featuring the Banker elusive target. And it also says it includes a set of cosmetics for the Freelancer safe house inspired by the iconic elusive target mission. The Hitman 3 Makeshift Pack is currently 30% off and is VR compatible. This simply includes more items and cosmetics such as the Scrap Poncho Suit, the Makeshift Katana, the Scrap Gun, the Makeshift Scrap Shotgun, the Scrap SMG, the Makeshift Scrap Assault Rifle, and the Scrappy Sniper Rifle. And of course it says you're getting a set of cosmetics for the Freelancer Safe House, but the last DLC for Hitman, the Street Art Pack, is VR compatible and is currently 30% off. With this, you're getting the Graffiti Hoodie Suit, the Concrete Bat, the Concrete Bunny Pistol, the Concrete Shotgun, the Shark SMG, the Concrete Assault Rifle, and the Concrete Sniper Rifle. Again, it says there is a set of cosmetics for the Freelancer Safe House, which is now VR compatible. Take back the planet in a massive mech suit in Big Shots, and it's 70% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 75% off total. Over 170 people have rated it 4.09 out of 5 stars, with 76% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And now I'm gonna have to get this game because this is one of over 20 natively compatible games for the bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves, having you feel those mechanized cannons blast from your chest and your arms, coupled with those sense and headset haptics, are going to take this game to the next level. And the story for this one goes, an experiment gone wrong unleashed a relentless alien invasion, plunging humanity into chaos. Price Inc. initiated the Big Shots initiative to fight the invaders, and this is where you come in, rookie. Become a big shot and take on the pivotal role of an alien exterminator. As you gear up and evolve your mech, you'll venture deeper into infested areas and search for the source of all of this mayhem. Exterminations can be done solo or side by side with a fellow big shot, and that's what I'm totally interested in, playing this game with the wife using that digital game sharing feature. And when teamed up, working together is key to holding off alien scum and getting the job done. And what's really cool is that cross-platform play is supported, so none of your friends will be left out. And apparently this game takes advantage of an innovative movement system. I'm assuming, like all other VR games, you can freely walk around. However, I highly recommend that you sit down in a chair for this game if you are virtually in a mech suit to begin with, just saying. And just a few months ago, the supercharged update was released that allowed you to power up your mech with 60 brand new upgrades and ultimates, giving you even more ways to crush the bugs in style. Alongside these new updates, they've also enhanced Big Shots with key quality of life improvements and essential bug fixes. Even before this supercharged update was released, I've only heard excellent things about this game on all platforms.
Stauf knows too much, but how?
Experience one of the best murder mystery video games ever created in The Seventh Guest VR, and it's 67% off. Almost 1,000 people have rated it 4.66 out of 5 stars, with 92% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. The classic game that chilled you to the bone in the 90s has been brought back with cutting-edge VR technology that delivers an atmospheric story like no other. As you explore the eerie mansion, the puzzles become increasingly challenging. Unlock new rooms and uncover hidden secrets, all while trying to keep your wits about you against the eerie horrors. The Seventh Guest VR is the ultimate adventure for fans of mystery puzzle games and those seeking a new and terrifying VR experience. I never played the game back in the 90s on the PC CD-ROM, but I am excited to let you know, if you're into the environmental puzzle-based games where you're just thrown into the game and have to figure things out, then you will absolutely love this game. And unlike so many puzzle games I played before, this immediately felt completely unique and stumped me pretty hard right from the get-go, but not too challenging to keep me away. The theme, the music, sound effects, character development, and acting are superbly done here. The only negative that I've experienced and stands out to me is that there is no option to decouple your head from your body, which means your head turns your body, and that isn't ideal for room scale VR. But don't get me wrong, this isn't game breaking at all for a game like this. I love how I'm thrown into this beautiful mansion with nothing but a lantern. And what's really cool is that when you use that lantern to illuminate an area, it actually shows you what that spot looks like in the past when those guests were actually there. So cool to see that everywhere, seriously. Again, even though I've only put in a couple of hours into this so far, the very first room with the very first puzzle was just awesome. Don't worry though, you can refer to your map for help, and you can also choose to get a hint as to how to solve the puzzle if it gets too frustrating. Thankfully, it doesn't happen automatically, as I do hate puzzle spoilers, and you do have the option to access that in your menu. So far, so great.
Can you hear me?
Step into the underground world of caves in the most realistic VR spelunking game in Cave Crave, and it's 40% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Almost 200 people have rated it 4.42 out of 5 stars, with 87% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. Mark your own clues on cave walls with chalk as you clear your path of obstacles with a hammer and climb walls and ceilings using ice axes. Just be sure to maintain your gear to ensure its reliability. And the game now provides a realistic, respectful digital recreation of Utah's infamous, now sealed Nutty Putty Cave. This offers an accurate view of the real cave's layout using expert info and maps to model areas like the maze and the birth canal. While the new arcade mode is a fast-paced time trial challenge in the realistic VR spelunking game where you race against the clock to navigate challenging cave routes, hitting checkpoints with precision using parkour-like climbing and scrambling. This is perfect for speedrunners aiming for high scores on leaderboards. And to add to the fear factor, they've included this optional horror mode, which focuses on jump scares and intense fear, especially for arachnophobes, featuring realistic, aggressive spiders in dark, claustrophobic caves with timers and instant fail mechanics. But just a heads up, this new horror mode is only unlocked after you've completed the story mode's first chapter. Anyone out there, if you own this, played it, loved it, or hate it, please let us know if we should grab this at that sale price. Ever wondered what it's like to be an electrician? Well, wonder no more, because Electrician Simulator VR is currently 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Over 100 people have rated it 3.94 out of 5 stars, with 73% giving it 4 or 5 out of 5, but 19% did give this 1 star. And I gotta say, I'm really curious to see what this game actually feels like using the natively compatible and incredibly cool bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves, because I'm assuming you'll physically feel jolted when things go awry. Awesome. Repair outlets and switches, lay cables in the walls, and connect electrical appliances. But don't forget about the fuses, because an encounter with electricity can be very dangerous. Buy the necessary items to perform tasks in different ways. Install lamps, replace bulbs, but just be careful not to break anything or you'll have to pay out of your own pocket. And the game does offer 3 DLC, however, only one of them is currently on sale. Starting with Toys Repair. Dive into a whole new kind of repair work, fixing electronic toys. In this playful DLC, you'll troubleshoot and repair quirky gadgets like a remote-controlled robot, levitating drone, and even a haunted EMF detector. Yes, ghosts might be involved. Now, the DLC that is on sale is called Smart Devices, and it's currently 35% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 40% off total. In the Smart Devices DLC, you'll learn how to work with wireless connections by installing smart home tech. Set up motion sensors, smart switches, RGB bulbs, and much more in fully interactive environments. And the last DLC, Skin Pack. This pack includes new visual skins for your hands, cable bundles, cable detector, and the in-game watch. Now, if you want to get the base game bundled with all of that DLC, you can get the complete edition. However, it's currently not on sale. Now, if you want to get both Crave and Electrician Simulator VR, it's currently bundled together at 40% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Walkabout Mini Golf continues to impress all around, with new DLC being released on the regular, and now they've permanently included 6 DLC courses as part of the base game, and it's currently 30% off. And for those of you that already own the base game, you will automatically gain access to those 6 courses without requiring additional purchases to own this content. But the regular price has now increased to reflect this. And for those of you with a PlayStation Plus Premium or Deluxe membership, heads up, the base game is no longer a part of your catalog as of May 20th, so this may be the time to get it. Escape into a fun and beautiful world filled with the best mini golf courses you've ever seen. Play by yourself, meet someone new, or challenge your friends in a private game with up to 8 people. With extremely realistic physics, you're going to create the perfect experience for hardcore golfers and casual players alike. This entire base game has 8 unique 18-hole courses to master, and each one has the ability to unlock Night Mode for more challenging versions of all courses. Again, you can play solo 1 versus 1 online quick matches, or you can create a private room with up to 8 players, and with that private room, every player can play on your course. If you own all of the DLC in this game, everyone can participate. They just can't do any of the treasure hunts or use any of the special putters that they've accumulated and play in your course. And of course, they cannot play and practice on the course until they buy it themselves. You're going to collect over 188 custom balls hidden throughout the entire game. As well, you can solve these treasure treasure hunts on each hard course to earn special putters. The game totally supports crossplay, which allows every VR user to play, meaning that you'll never be alone playing this game. And to fit all playstyles, you can teleport, use smooth locomotion, or fly around on your putter like a witch on a broomstick. And then you've got these custom avatars featuring lip sync and a quadrillion plus combinations. Over 2,500 people have rated it 4.64 out of 5 stars, with 90% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And here's a quick look at all of the DLC courses now included with the base game. Sweetopia, Lacer Lair, Shangri-La, Upside Town, Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Elfheim, Land of the Elves,
Good dog, buddy!
Arizona Sunshine 2 Deluxe Edition, the next-gen sequel to the fan-favorite VR Apocalypse, is currently 56% off right now. Over 3,200 people have rated it 4.53 out of 5 stars, with 89% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And with this Deluxe Edition, you do get the exclusive Undead Buddy skin as you're seeing here, as well as the exclusive Freddy Flesh Hand skin, and the exclusive Doggy Weapon Charm, which I don't think it does anything in the game. It could just be this decorative thing, but... And now I'm totally interested in getting this simply because both Arizona Sunshine games on the PSVR2 are now natively compatible with the mind-blowing bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves. And now, after a month of solid use, I can totally recommend getting this incredible tech, because you'll now actually feel the impact of an axe chopping a zombie with those tack sleeves while being alerted by feeling your back being clawed from behind. As you react, you'll literally feel your shotgun being unsheathed from your shoulder to the powerful reverberation of the recoil through both arms, and having your body feel the jolt at the same time. This is some seriously epic shit. In a post-apocalyptic world where every bullet counts, experience the thrill of realistic combat as you wield all new and fan-favorite weapons. And what's really kick-ass, man, that I've been waiting to play this game, you can enjoy the full campaign in 2-player co-op mode. As well, you can join up to 3 other players in 4-player co-op Horde mode, and they've already released an abundance of maps for the actual Horde mode, so very cool, man. They put a lot of love and attention to this game and then included all this extra DLC. And what's better than braving the end of the world than surviving it with your new best friend, Buddy? Not only is Buddy your 4-legged companion through thick and thin, he's also the goodest boy and will help take down those pesky Freds for you. And they really put a spotlight on this dog, man. There's even extra skins like an undead doggy and, you know, another breed of dog, the corgi, all together, which is really weird but looks really cool. Everyone in the past that's commented on this game whenever it's gone on sale has only said great things about this game, seriously. And again, if you have a friend to play with or friends to play with, only better from what I'm hearing. But if you've never played the original, Arizona Sunshine Remake is currently 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 60% off total. But if you already own the game from the PSVR 1 days, do be sure to pay the upgrade fee instead, as it is a bit cheaper there. Almost 6,300 people have rated this 4.12 out of 5 stars, with 79% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And I have to reiterate that both Arizona Sunshines have recently been upgraded to include native compatibility for the bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves, fully immersing you like never before. What I didn't realize is that this remake actually offers all of the DLC from the first game. Very cool, man. Being honest, I don't think I played any of the DLC. I just played the original campaign all the way through with my friend, and I was kind of done with it after that. So, and of course, they've kept that intact. You can play the original campaign in co-op mode on Arizona Sunshine Remake, as well as the 4-player Horde mode, and I do believe that was already available on the PSVR 1, so nothing different there from what I remember. Don your gas mask, wield handmade weapons, and venture into the depths of this apocalyptic nightmare in Metro Awakening. And it's currently 40% off right now. Almost 2,900 people have rated it 4.42 out of 5 stars, with 86% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And what's really cool is that this is one of the most recent games to get the next-gen native compatibility for the bHaptics Tack Suit Pro and Tack Sleeves. This incredible piece of tech allows you to feel the sensation of holstering on your hips, to having your arms and torso soaking in the recoil of each blast, while also feeling the direction of your enemy's attacks along your body. This level of haptic immersion is insanely awesome. In the year 2028, the survivors of nuclear war cling to the existence in the buried subways of the Moscow metro, which has become civilization's last refuge and tomb, where spirits haunt the living in this man-made purgatory. You are a doctor searching for your wife as you brave the crippling radiation, darkness, and deadly threats of the metro, desperately trying to find the medication she needs. As your courage and sanity are pushed to the limit, you must learn to walk the line between life and death, the spiritual and the material world, and awaken the being you must become. Now, if you want both Metro Awakening and Arizona Sunshine 2, the Standard Edition, you can get them bundled together at 42% off. And this bundle's rating is reflecting Metro Awakening score only. It's not incorporating Arizona Sunshine 2. And just to reiterate again, both Arizona Sunshine 2 and Metro Awakening are now natively compatible for the bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves. And the other most amazing multiplayer game everyone else needs to get, this is After the Fall Complete Edition, and it's 60% off right now. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 70% off total. Almost 1,400 people have rated it 3.96 out of 5 stars, with 73% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And all that Complete Edition is, it's the PSVR 1 game revamped with 3 DLC that was released for it.
Let's go.
That said, I did just play this expecting to play it for maybe half an hour, thinking this is a PSVR 1 game, it's going to be revamped, it's going to be okay, I'll get bored with it within half an hour. And no man, right when loading the game, I was taken back knowing this is a PSVR 1 game, but they did just upgrade the whole thing, and it does look like a hybrid of PSVR 1 and PSVR 2 graphics. Like, it's got that clarity with this dynamic lighting and all these particle effects, and it looks really good. I mean, like, really good. If you didn't know, this game actually does have a free upgrade, so if you did buy this back in the day, man, you are going to want to pop this in and play this again for sure. Unlike the PSVR 1, this does include the PSVR2 Sense haptics. You do feel that difference. Even when I'm rolling over an icon to selecting an object, I do feel that special haptic sensation. The adaptive triggers immediately noticeable, even with the guns to using a light gun on an arcade display cabinet there. The headset haptics, were immediately evident when I got hit in the head. The touch sensitivity was there right when I loaded the game. I could see all my fingers curling. The only one that didn't was the actual trigger finger. That's it. But I mean, come on. And as I'm sitting there getting a feel for the lobby, I'm hearing the music and I'm like, wow, this reminds me of Stranger Things. And then it dawns on me that this tech all around me is from the 80s. What a wicked aesthetic to everything. And then the soundtrack. So it is like the apocalypse happened in the late 80s or early 90s. And all that tech is still remaining there as you're exploring everything. Again, what I didn't expect is they throw you into the game and then I'm walking around and I realized, oh, wait a sec, I'm in a giant lobby of people. They're walking around with me in this like giant arcade. I totally dig how they incorporated the lobby within the game instead of me feeling like I'm jumping into a multiplayer mode. The game just has me in the lobby, but it doesn't feel like a lobby, if that makes sense. Again, what I didn't expect is, aside from the fun factor of playing the game, I got to play with 3 AI friends. I didn't want to jump in with anybody because I didn't want to screw with their game. Got a feel for everything. And the run itself, just what they call a harvest run. You're going out and you're trying to defeat as many zombies as possible, get as many points by defeating them. You see these little glowing orbs, roll over, just simply walk over it, collect it. After you've done a section of the game, you get to a safe house where you can recharge, use some of that currency you earned to buy boosters or health or whatever, but you're trying to keep as much of that as possible. So when you're done like 3 sections of that run, you return home and then you can upgrade your weapons to either new guns or new add-ons to the guns. And that whole section in that lobby is awesome, where you go in and you adjust your gun. Again, the whole theme, the whole aesthetic really did take me back. I wasn't expecting it to be so well done. But that free upgrade is only available to anyone that purchased this game before the launch of the PSVR 2. So if you do have the disc version on PS4, you can contact Vertigo directly, show them a proof of purchase, and they will honor it and give you that free digital upgrade. But yeah, unfortunately, anyone that did buy this after the launch of the PSVR 2, they will not honor it. It's only for those that did own this before the PSVR 2 launch, just as a heads up. The most advanced combat system to ever grace a video game has done it again. Introducing the latest massive update, Obscura, in Hellsweeper VR Deluxe Edition, and it's 66% off. Over 750 people have rated it 4.35 out of 5 stars, with 83% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. With this Deluxe Edition, you are getting the mythic Hellhound skin, the VR official soundtrack, and the digital art book. What's really cool is that this is one of the 18 games that is natively compatible with the bHaptics haptic suit and tack sleeves, giving you the most immersive experience possible. So when I charge this, yes, I do feel that in my tack sleeve. How do I tell you guys? It brings out this chain, and then when I release it, it stays out like that. And then I can feel it snap back into my tack sleeve. And again, that back lateral muscle twitch, that is so kick-ass, honestly. Wow. You know, I thought it was neat before, but when you feel it like that, oh shit, seriously. So cool. So cool. Let's go, man. Oh man, that sound with the haptics and the hands and the back and the chest. So kick-ass. And this has got to be the most incredibly complicated, awesome combat system I've ever played in any video game whatsoever. Quite literally, the more time that you put into this game, the more options you choose and play with, the more that this becomes an extension of your body. Legit, it took me about 5 or 6 hours of playing around just to get the actual controls that I wanted for this game, and it was well worth it. I legit now feel like John Wick in VR. It's incredible. And just to speak to this, I've literally put in approximately 30 hours into this game, and I've hardly scratched the surface. I keep sticking to the same weapons and guns and stuff because I'm still ranking them up. I'm still progressing in the game. And then there's a whole slew of other weapons that totally transform the entire game experience, literally, that I've yet to unlock and touch. And then there's the actual co-op mode where you can play with a friend and then combine your weapons and powers at the same time. Every time this game's on sale, I keep trying to show everybody how this is the most incredible combat system in any game I've ever played before. I keep telling people this is for the VR veteran. What I mean by that is you're not going to get motion sick. It's just that there's so many options to play this game. And the actual default controls, man, I totally hated, you know, jumping into the game right away. Had I just stuck with that, I would not have been playing with it more than for half an hour to an hour. And now with the latest patch, Obscura, you can finally poison your enemies with the new toxic magic ability, bringing a whole new set of nasty tricks to your arsenal. On top of that, you can now engage in combat completely inverted, fighting enemies upside down, along with reshaping your resources and giving your ranged weapons a serious makeover. As well, you can now play endless mode cooperatively with your friends and save your progress after every 3 acts. Awesome. I've left a link in my description for the detailed patch notes if you want to check it out for yourself. With 3 new levels added to one of my favorite games of all time. Stilt is the closest thing to Super Mario 64 in VR, and it's currently 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Almost 440 people have rated it 4.49 out of 5 stars, with 89% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And me giving this 5 out of 5 hands down, because this game is a masterpiece. The 4K HDR OLED display absolutely makes this game look beautiful. On top of that, you've got a native 120 frames per second, which makes this game feel absolutely real when you're inside. There's no jitter, no stutter whatsoever. This is the first true Super Mario Bros. In VR. Unlike an Astrobot, a Ven VR, or a Max Mustard, you are actually the player in the game at full life size, and that changes the formula completely. You know, seeing a little floating dude in front of you as you're controlling him has always been fun for me, don't get me wrong. I've always enjoyed that, but you being that dude in game, having to bounce around on these skinny platforms and using these stilts, unlike hitting a button where you're just pressing that and you jump, or you press and hold and it jumps longer. The amount of precision, the amount of control you have with them. And I highly recommend when you get this game, don't start off bouncing around like this. Just lift your arms up. There are no legs to your avatar. So when you do this, all of a sudden your body's on the ground, and then you just push yourself off like this and practice doing that. Even the littlest flicks from the ground, you'll just get the smallest amount of jumps. The absolute precision you get from these controls are masterful. Honestly, I never thought just moving around at all times in a game was total fun, like jumping on a trampoline. Look at the incredible control. Just the lightest little flick. See? Stick my stilt out and hold like this. And again, you don't have to jump from spot to spot because of the gorilla tag. Look, you just literally do this. So much easier, man. The controls are phenomenal. Such an awesome game.
Now that said, I do have to get over. Oh, see that? Awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
And that said, when you go to jump really high and a wall is in front of you, do be sure when you flick those wrists, turn them sideways like this. The reason is because if your stilts are facing forward, you're just going to push off the wall. And that's a good thing because you're going to have to do wall jumps like classic Mario style, off a wall and off a wall again.
Oh, Mario wall jump! Oh my goodness. Oh, that is messed up. Ah.
It's been so long since I've experienced the game with that classic Nintendo feel, but do it absolutely beautifully, perfectly actually, and then reinvent the wheel with the new control scheme.
I don't even know. Like, so okay to the right. Oh man.
And I keep comparing this to Mario 64, this game does have 20 levels to explore. And just like classic Mario style, each world has a whole plethora of stamps filled throughout the entire level. You're encouraged to collect them because the more stamps you collect, the more that you can actually one-up and then keep coming back into that world and continue. And each world has stars like in Mario, but they're called gifts. So same idea, you collect these gifts in each world, that way you can open up another section of the overworld, which is the island, and it contains another section of worlds to play in. And that overworld is just like the Mario Castle with the paintings, but instead of paintings, these are mailboxes that are just sitting around that island that you go to. And those levels do have these little hidden caves. If you think about pipes in Mario where you go into a specific pipe and then you've got this little underworld area to discover, there are those caves in this game where you have these challenges and a gift locked in there. And when I compare this to the original Super Mario Brothers, the challenges, I've never experienced anything like this in VR, honestly guys. The creativity, the level design, the music, the controls, the sense controllers, the headset haptics,
Beautiful.
Everything is completely polished. Even at the end of each world, just like classic Mario World 1-1, unlike hitting a pole at the end of each stage in Mario Brothers where you run, jump, try to get to the highest point and then you drop on that flag. And this one, you're seeing a bunch of balloons lined up to a top yellow balloon with a crown on it, and you've got 3 seconds to get up and hit that crown. It's quite difficult. Again, like Mario 64, you'd collect 100 coins and you get like a free star. In this game, on the left side, you're seeing on the pause menu here, or at the end of the stage, there's a certain amount of stamps that you have to collect and keep until you reach the end of the stage in order to get that actual gift. And the gift on the right side is awarded for completing the stage within a set time limit. Just like Mario 1 again, the time counts upwards, it's not counting down, so really bizarre but old school awesomeness. And then at the bottom you can see this line with these 4 icons. It's actually bronze, silver, gold, and that's the actual time you need to get that gift reward on the right side there, and then platinum, which is not a gift, it's a medal, and you do want to collect all of those medals in order to get the platinum trophy in the game. The game does include an assist mode if you find the challenges too overwhelming. I did not use it whatsoever, I plowed through it. I have not tested it, but I do know you can include more platforms, give yourself more power-ups, unlimited lives, all that stuff. You get to actually choose how you want to assist yourself. And then they include this multiplayer mode with a multitude of different game modes I've yet to even experience. So here I am telling you, this is my favorite VR platformer of all time, one of my favorite VR games of all time, if not one of my favorite games, truly, and no one seems to be talking about this the way that I feel. This is just seriously crazy how you have to use your absolute skill and precision at these crazy heights with these small little moving platforms. It's incredibly terrifying. It's really hard to describe if you're afraid of the heights. And again, like Mario Brothers, there are these power-ups that absolutely change the game completely. For instance, when you pick up the fireball, instead of bouncing around or using your stilts to bop them on the head, you just fire these fireballs out of your cannon. But unlike Mario where you're throwing them with a button, I'm actually firing with my trigger, feeling the adaptive trigger, and then it feels like it's lobbing them. And then you've got a propeller that'll help you just glide across a bunch of obstacles. And with those stamps that you're collecting to get 1-ups, you can use those stamps to actually purchase power-ups when you come back into the world. Guys, I haven't felt this way for decades, since like Mario 64 released on the N64. Such amazing controls that I've never seen in any other game. No matter how much talking I do or how many clips I show you, you will not understand until you're inside the game yourself and using your hands and feeling that precision as you're bouncing around. Just be sure to turn off the right stick in the settings, that way you can use your full body to turn to get the most immersive and precise controls possible. This pushes the whole VR medium in general to the next level. That's why I feel everyone needs to experience this game. And honestly, I can't believe it's already cheap to begin with, and then to see this at over half off, you absolutely need to get this game whether you love platformers or not. Become a god and save your residents from the enemy in this VR tower defense game, Towers and Powers, and it's currently 40% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Over 240 people have rated it 4.39 out of 5 stars, with 87% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. I did already buy this game on a previous sale, so I really need to load it up and see what it's all about, but from the PlayStation Store description it says, "In Towers and Powers, you'll find yourself in an ancient land surrounded by the beautiful landscape, elegant buildings, mythical creatures, and chaos. These gorgeous places are under attack. As one of the gods, you'll have to save your residents and keep their islands from falling. In this game, you're going to create your team of peasants, priests, warriors, and magicians, decide which buildings they need, use your powers to defend allies and trap foes. Awaiting you on your island, you'll find economic and military tasks to accomplish, exciting battles and travels to undertake, and loyal worshippers, cruel enemies, and monsters to encounter." And I gotta say, every time this goes on sale, the community has only said very positive things about this game. The cartoon comedy Border Agent Simulator BorderBots VR is currently 75% off. 140 people have rated it 4.51 out of 5 stars, with 91% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. And quite simply, this is a puzzle simulation set on a future Earth where AI is in control. As a human border agent, you begin a new role as a booth operator at an AI travel border. Interact and check over a variety of robots as they try to get through security. Some of their credentials might not be up to scratch, and it's up to you to make sure that they get the stamp of approval. And this game is actually supposed to be quite funny to play. I have not experienced this before, but again, just reading general reviews, most people leave this game quite happy. I personally have been putting this game off because it does remind me a lot about Job Simulator, but I've heard that it is not Job Simulator. So again, anyone in the comment section that wants to speak to this game, please do let us know whether or not we should get this at the sale price. Solve new VR exclusive puzzles woven seamlessly into the award-winning original story in Hidden Memories of the Gardens Between, and it's currently 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 60% off total. Only 35 people have rated this so far, 4.83 out of 5 stars, with everyone giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. Explore serene dreamscapes and lush garden islands to uncover a heartfelt narrative as two childhood friends stumble upon a diary while moving between houses. Through its pages, their friendship comes alive once again as you interact physically with nostalgic mementos, bending reality and rewinding the clock in moments of peaceful reflection. Very interesting. Anyone out there, if you owned it, played it, loved it, or hate it, please let us know if we should grab this at that sale price.
Why would they build a research facility way out here?
Red Matter 2 is an award-winning immersive puzzle adventure, and it's currently 50% off right now. Over 2,200 people have rated it 4.83 out of 5 stars, with 96% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. That has got to be one of the best PlayStation Store ratings out there. Quite simply, this game has blown me away technically speaking, and has set the bar for what I expect a PSVR2 game can look and play like. And I am happy to report I've just completed it, and every moment in Red Matter 2 is utterly jaw-dropping. Just as a heads up, the story does kick off right after Red Matter 1, and I highly recommend you play that one first. And even though this trailer does show some action sequences, it's really about 5% of the game, and a few have commented in the past that they felt bored playing it, so I do have to manage expectations here. Personally, I had a blast with this entire game, and have to remind everyone that this really is an environmental puzzle-based game. So I don't even want to tell you anything about the story. It did make a lot of sense to me, part 1, and now it's making a lot more sense as I'm playing just the first hour of the game. I cannot get over just walking around ever so slowly using my full body to turn in room scale VR, and everything just feels absolutely smooth and seamless.
Like movement based on controller. Yes, this is what you do want for room scale VR. Otherwise, if you go by head, when you're moving forward and you turn your head, all of a sudden your guy's going to walk that way. It's not realistic. You want it on controller for every game. And just to point this out as a room scale walking example, if I move forward and keep my arms still straight, that's how I can still move forward and look around. The moment I turn my arm with my head while pressing forward, that's what's turning me. It just feels like a next-gen experience, and you don't want to go back after that. You know, not using a right stick to turn at all. We don't do that in real life, you know what I'm saying? It's just natural to walk and look around. Wow. That's the hardest thing, guys. You really can't show people what this headset can do until they put it on. And again, you can talk about it all you want, but even myself, who's owned this for almost 2 years now, I still get blown away.
If you love the Guitar Hero or Rock Band, you'll want to get Drums Rock plus Undertale DLC, and it's currently 45% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 50% off total. Almost 1,600 people have rated it 4.26 out of 5 stars, with 79% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And if you're unsure whether or not the game is for you, definitely check out that Drums Rock free demo right now. And that's what I did, and I was able to get an actual sense of flavor of what the game felt like, and I was totally impressed with the actual haptics on the controllers as well as the headset haptics. I didn't actually check out the eye tracking for the score, didn't play it enough. But yes, this is sit down, pick up and play, instant action. Aside from the arcade aspect, the game actually does feature a full-fledged 4-hour campaign, and then fight 2 bosses along the way. Very cool. And with the Undertale DLC, in that you're getting Hopes and Dreams, Megalovania. As well, you're getting some other goodies here, such as the Undertale drums, drumsticks, hands, and the exclusive Undertale scene. And what's really cool is getting that as well unlocks this extra difficulty mode for all songs going forward. So I do feel that is one of the most necessary DLCs to get for Drums Rock. You can now get the crazy cartoon brawlers, GORN 1 and 2 bundled together in GORN Collection, and it's currently 35% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 8% more, making it 43% off total. GORN 2 has over 280 people rating it 4.71 out of 5 stars, with 93% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. Right on. GORN 2 is everything GORN was, but more. More weapons, more enemies, more arenas, more traps, more power-ups, and more hilariously over-the-top combat, with a bountiful collection of 35 devastating, uniquely violent weapons. Journey through a series of heavenly realms populated by the fallen heroes of the original game, where you'll battle the 5 Suns champions, which are powerful bosses primed to unleash fresh challenges upon even the most seasoned veteran. And once you've conquered all 5 arenas, you can test your might in the relentless, non-stop onslaught of Endless mode, or try creating your own battlefields of destruction in custom mode. Oh man, that sounds truly fantastic. And from what I understand, you can still play some of the Shanksgiving update features in GORN 2, but I do think some of the rewards are still limited. I'm not too sure. This adds in a new turkey hunt game mode, alongside a new pistol and turkey cutlery weapons. I personally think this game would be awesome with the bHaptics Tacksuit Pro and Tack sleeves, so here's hoping the developers at Devolver Digital makes this one natively compatible. And of course, this bundle does come with the original GORN from the PlayStation VR 1, but for those of you that do already own it, there is a free upgrade, so do check that out. Experience the cult classic horror like never before on the PSVR 2 in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted Full-Time Edition, and it's currently 70% off. Over 16,000 people have rated this 4.52 out of 5 stars, with 88% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. That said, if you're a PlayStation Plus Extra, Premium, or Deluxe member, this game is now a part of your catalog. And I did actually buy this on the PSVR 1, and I think all it was that I was part of a security staff in this booth looking at these monitors, playing with some controls, and then these animatronics appearing on some of the screens, and then they jump scare you from the side. You know, I just got within a few minutes of it, and I wasn't feeling it, just being honest, right in the beginning after playing so many awesome PSVR 1 games. I had no idea that game, you know, took the franchise to the next level, and then they're making millions of dollars on all this merchandise. So I do know there's a huge cult following behind this game. I personally am not one to speak to it, because I didn't give it any time. But for those of you that did love it, again, they did include in this PSVR 2 version, this is the DLC called Curse of Dreadbear, exclusively for the PS5 and PSVR 2. This new edition includes all content from the original Help Wanted plus the Halloween DLC Curse of Dreadbear. And this says it gives you over 50 scary fun minigames in one terrifying package. And of course, you can play the game in VR or non-VR mode. I don't know why you would play this on flat screen after having the VR experience. Set out on a quest with a beautiful anime-inspired fantasy world brought to life in RUNESMAGUS Complete, and it's 55% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 60% off total. Almost 140 people have rated it 4.33 out of 5 stars, with 82% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. RUNESMAGUS claims to be a genuinely magical experience with an engrossing narrative, a heartwarming musical score, and professional voice acting that add to the game's depth. You are a new guild member, and your mission is to strengthen the guild with your magic, resources, and wisdom. Cast and blink your way through a stunning fantasy world across more than 25 story-driven quests, and explore the ruins beneath the city of Grand Omnis. Overcome deadly puzzles to uncover valuable artifacts, master 16 powerful spells, and use them to defeat rivals and guardians who protect the ruins. Survivors who are clever and agile enough to overcome the ruins can return to the surface, procure new items, and upgrade their equipment to increase their chances of success. Are you ready to face the challenges ahead and emerge victorious? This game has actually been around for quite some time now, and nobody in the comment section has ever spoken to this that I can recall. Anyone out there, if you own this, loved it, played it, or hate it, please let us know whether or not we should grab this at that sale price. But if you want the complete world building experience, look no further than cyubeVR Avatar Edition, and it's currently 33% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 43% off total. And with this Avatar Edition, you are getting the full game, plus 7 colorful gecko PlayStation Network avatars, 1 rabbit PlayStation avatar, 1 lizard, and 1 deer avatar. Over 1,200 people have rated this 4.37 out of 5 stars, with 84% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And what's really fascinating is that this is one of over 20 games that is natively compatible with the bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves, fully immersing your body into the beautiful voxel-based world like never before. Gather resources, naturally craft with your hands in 3D, and build anything you can imagine, literally. Smelt collected resources with realistic VR furnace mechanics, or design a fortress on top of a towering mountain where you can get an amazing view over the world. In cyubeVR, if you can see it, you can reach it, or even destroy it. Explore a fully destructible world that's as fluid as it is expansive, made up of hundreds of billions of individually modifiable voxel blocks with smoothly changing time of day and weather. Immerse yourself in a world brought to life by complex dynamic lighting and captivating night skies adorned with beautiful auroras. Experience unparalleled clarity and detail up close thanks to meticulously crafted 8K textures and eye-tracking foveated rendering, powered by Unreal Engine. Even the closest inspection reveals a world in stunning sharpness. And what's incredible on top of this, they include mod support on PS5, where you can easily browse, download, and install custom mod blocks created by the cyubeVR community for maximum variety in your builds. And to wrap this all up, they talk about having this comfort your own way, where it ensures an accessible VR experience for everyone. Iron Guard is a sci-fi tower defense game made in the spirit of real-time strategy games, and it's 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Almost 120 people have rated it 4.61 out of 5 stars, with 94% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. Again, that's amazing. And I've honestly never looked at this before because it's a tower defense game. But again, everyone online is raving how addictive this game is and only leaving very positive reviews from the Meta and Steam communities. Iron Guard claims to have a unique storyline revealed through cutscenes and dialogues, with amazing voice acting and music that adds to the gameplay and the true style of classic real-time strategy games. Quite simply, the lives of the surviving crew members are in your hands after the terraformer robots have suddenly rebelled, and it's up to you to protect the crew and defend all resources from the onslaught of the out-of-control terraformer bots. Anyone in the comments, if you own this, played it, loved it, or hate it, please let us know whether or not we should grab this at that sale price. Immerse yourself in poetic storytelling as you explore new mind-bending VR mechanics in A Fisherman's Tale 2, and it's 60% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 70% off total. Almost 300 people have rated it 4.1 out of 5 stars, with 77% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. And what makes this one unique is that you solve puzzles using your own body, detaching and controlling your limbs, and finding new attachments to progress throughout the game.
You may be thinking, how did I end up here? The story began months ago.
Experience the vivid beauty and lurking dangers of the Caribbean in Pirates VR, Jolly Roger, and it's currently 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Over 180 people have rated it 3.83 out of 5 stars, with 69% of the audience giving it 4 or 5 out of 5. Journey across a stunning, open-world Caribbean island filled with loot and secrets waiting to be discovered. Don't worry though, because you're not alone on this journey. Your hilarious parrot companion is always by your side, offering helpful advice, clues to solve puzzles, and cheeky commentary to lighten the mood. Get ready to climb rocky cliffs, rappel down ropes, swim through sunken grottos, and navigate light cave systems, all in beautifully rendered VR. Test your wit as you encounter a variety of intricate puzzles, unlock hidden passages to disarm ancient traps, and prepare for visceral combat as you face off against wild animals, undead skeletons, and ghostly pirates. That said, I've never played the game before, and I'm totally curious as to how long the game would take to complete, and whether or not the combat is physics-based fun, and if the puzzles are actually challenging. Anyone out there, if you own it, played it, loved it, or hate it, please let us know if we should grab this at that sale price. Become a burglar in Thief Simulator VR Greenview Street, and it's 40% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Over 1,200 people have rated it 3.24 out of 5 stars, with 49% giving this 4 or 5 out of 5, but 31% did give this 1 star. Sneak around and rob houses all over the neighborhood while freely moving in an open world. Smash windows or use a glass cutter to open them silently. Treat yourself to a car ride. Buy and use various thieving tools. Raise your experience level and learn new tricks. Sell your loot to various dark types, online and in person. Hack stolen electronics to raise their price on the black market while hiding from the police under beds, in closets, and garbage cans. But most important, don't get caught. And just to speak to the extra attention this game is getting, there are some other packs of DLC available. 2 of them are maps, and they're both on sale at 15% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 20% off total. At Ritchie Street, you can expect the map to be even bigger than Greenview, complete with new missions and challenges that includes hijacking luxurious cars, along with new minigames such as car keys cloning and deactivating alarms. At the motel, there are 9 new missions that feature new game mechanics, new players to trick, and more loot to rob for the most challenging heist so far. The skin pack is all about adding more costumes and accessories essentially, however this is not on sale. That said, if you're still unsure whether or not this game is for you, you can get the Thief Simulator VR Prologue demo on the PlayStation Store right now. Embark on a perilous journey across the plague-ridden realm of Meloria in the Wizards Dark Times Brotherhood, and it's 60% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 10% more, making it 70% off total. Over 220 people have rated it 3.44 out of 5 stars, with 56% giving this 4 or 5 out of 5, but 22% did give this 1 star. In this game, you're going to forget about button combinations as you discover and master 11 individually designed spells of various uses and effects. Command the arcane powers with nothing but hand gestures, as a true wizard does. This game features 3-player co-op where you forge a brotherhood with up to 2 fellow wizards and use your class-specific skills, Fire, Frost, and Storm, to battle new types of enemies and variants, plus explore the levels with new challenges. This is a remastered single-player adventure where a mysterious, dark plague has fallen on the realm of Meloria, twisting the inhabitants into beings of hatred and madness. And the last time this game was on sale, Corey mentions here that the game is fun, but the gesturing for spells is a little janky. The graphics aren't very good, and the game shuts down upon the first startup. So there's definitely something off here. Again, anyone in the comment section, if you owned it, loved it, or hate it, please speak to this in the comments. Let us know whether or not we should grab this at that awesome sale price. Introducing yet another take on the Lemmings formula with modern VR mechanics, this is Bridge the Gap, and it's 80% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 85% off total. Only 30 people have rated this so far, 3.53 out of 5 stars, with 56% giving this 4 or 5 out of 5, but 17% did give this 1 star. And the whole premise of the game is that you're a friendly spirit entity tasked with helping these little monkeys find their way through the mysterious Bricklands. You must create safe passages between portals as you lead the monkeys to safety, helping them overcome all environmental obstacles along the way. And this touts to have 5 unique settings with 80 varied levels, with more coming soon. And even though the game's been out for just a little while, I've only heard great things about it so far. Gorilla Attack and Bridge the Gap are now bundled together, and it's 80% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 85% off total. Rampage through a sprawling cityscape, smashing buildings, tossing cars, and leaving a trail of destruction in Gorilla Attack. Over 150 people have rated it 3.12 out of 5 stars, with just under half of them giving it 4 or 5 out of 5, and just over a quarter gave this 1 star. And to my surprise, this is one of the natively compatible games for the bHaptics tack suit and tack sleeves, allowing you to feel every smash and bash in your arms and body as you devastate the city. Now, I cannot speak to this game from personal experience, but I can say I highly recommend you guys check out Without Parole's quick 2 or 3 minute review on the game, and I'm going to leave a link in the description because I do think he does an excellent job and totally informs you of what you should expect if you decide to get this game at that sale price.
But hey, come on, don't get spooked now, newcomer.
Cave Digger 2 Dig Harder is a 1 to 4 player VR action-adventure game set in the Woodland Valleys, and it's 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Over 220 people have rated it 3.43 out of 5 stars, with 58% giving this 4 or 5 out of 5, but 16% did give this 1 star. Start with a pickaxe in one hand and nothing in the other. Excavate the bedrock, reap the rewards of Mother Earth, and trade the mined valuables for new gadgets, travels, funky wild fashion, and more. Cave Digger 2 is a 1 to 4 player VR action-adventure game set in wildland valleys, where you discover old mines, nautical caves, and ruins of ancient civilizations inspired by Western, diesel punk, and Lovecraftian themes. As you go, it's best to keep a 6-shooter nearby, just in case. Your goal is simply to mine and carry loot back to the surface the best you can for your mission assigners. The story has multiple endings, each revealing a different side of it. Find the scattered comic pages to a tale of greed, eldritch power, and secrets beyond space and time. Who the Wanderer is and why he did what he did in the valleys became clear in the end. But is it really the end? Cave Digger VR is currently 50% off, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Over 570 people have rated it 3.45 out of 5 stars, with 54% giving it 4 or 5 out of 5, but 19% did give this 1 star. And all I remember about the first one is that you're constantly going down this shaft and then you're hitting the walls, collecting as much gems or rocks as you can. There is an underground area with the track. There is a track on the outside that goes around a bit, but there wasn't much going on that I remember. But what surprised me after reading the description here is that this game did have 7 endings to begin with. And I was like, what? I don't remember that. But I did play through it once and it was okay back in the day. So I can't recommend this for PSVR 2. I am very curious about Cave Digger 2 though. FANTAVISION was originally released on the PlayStation 2 and is back on the PSVR 2, and it's currently 60% off right now. 150 people have rated it 3.3 out of 5 stars, with a completely mixed bag of reviews here. But that said, just speaking from experience, I did buy the game during launch. It may have been patched since. When I popped it in, I wasn't initially impressed with the colors and the vibrance. There's just something about the fireworks that seemed a bit really fuzzy, and even the backgrounds themselves, to me, the buildings and whatnot, didn't appear this super clarity that I'm used to after playing like Horizon and Pavlov and stuff. But either way, the game is a puzzle-based game like a Columns or something like that, where you're making these connections to the same colored fireworks that you're hitting there and you're exploding them. So I can see the addictive factor here if you're into those types of games. But because I was so excited with the PSVR 2 and then I dropped to this, I felt like, no, I'm going back to Pavlov like ASAP. So I didn't give this more than probably an hour and a half. But I do know there are a lot of people back in the day that did enjoy the actual experience. So this would be the way to play it in full VR, I would think. So yeah, sorry, I cannot personally recommend this game just from personal experience. Play with a friend in co-op as they use the TV to help you find the lost Seeker eggs in Seeker My Shadow, and it's 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Only 43 people have rated it 3.21 out of 5 stars, with most people giving it 3 stars. The premise of the game is that you step in the shoes of a mountain-sized giant, Spirit, and your goal is to lead and assist a tiny yet courageous seeker named Kippo through a collection of casual puzzle levels set in a serene and imaginative surroundings. This is a single player and local co-op game, where you get to explore the diverse set of compelling levels and discover the story by overcoming casual yet demanding puzzles as a single player or as an asymmetric cooperative with your mate. Locate and retrieve the lost Seeker eggs and collect the concealed cards from each level while engaging in the exciting, puzzling, and family-friendly scenery that sends you on an immersive adventure. Again, anyone who's played this game, especially in the couch co-op mode, please let us know whether or not we should grab this at that awesome sale price. Operation Serpens is a fast-paced action-adventure game made for VR, and it's 40% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Over 150 people rated it 3.13 out of 5 stars, with a completely mixed bag of reviews here. Join the unit of elite soldiers and choose your preferred gun to take down the ranks of the evil Snakes organization to the very top. Just remember to dodge the vast amounts of incoming bullets in order not to fail your mission. Play the single player campaign, zombie survival mode, and co-op maps with up to 4 players, each mission bringing something new into play. Very cool that you can play up to 4 players in the actual campaign to begin with. That is awesome. Again, anyone in the comment section that owns it, has played it, please let us know your thoughts on whether or not we should grab this at the sale price. Participate in the hit TV series and the VR tailored adventure in Survivorman VR The Descent, and it's 50% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 55% off total. Over 170 people have rated it 2.86 out of 5 stars, with another completely mixed bag of reviews here. Again, you are participating in an actual episode of the hit TV series, and you're supposed to survive an Arctic nightmare as the sole survivor of a helicopter crash on a freezing mountain. Lost, cold, and with darkness closing in, can you build a fire and shelter to brave the elements? Test your survival skills in Survivorman VR The Descent, an authentic and dynamic adventure in the breathtaking Canadian Arctic. Face real-world extreme challenges that push your intellect, emotions, and physical abilities to the limit. Under the expert guidance of legendary survivalist Les Shroud, rely on your skills and resourcefulness to save your own life. In over 6 intense levels, confront challenges that test your survival skills and inch you closer to rescue. From crafting snowshoes to glissading down slopes, navigating glacial crevices, building hunting traps, rappelling cliffs, and keeping the fire burning, every move counts. Follow the river to potential rescue, but watch out for polar bears. Wah! This claims to have photorealistic exploration where you experience the extremes of mountain survival in a stunningly immersive first-person environment. Monitor body temperature, fatigue, and hunger using a convenient wrist-mounted HUD-like display to survive harsh conditions. Car Mechanics Simulator VR challenges players to repair, paint, tune, and drive cars in the real world, and it's 65% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 70% off total. Over 300 people have rated it 2.52 out of 5 stars, with 47% giving this 1 star, but 23% did give this 5 out of 5. In this game, you're going to have realistic work with tools and car parts, growth and expand your repair service empire, buy old vehicles, renovate them, and sell with profit. From what I'm reading though, the initial first stage, the first level, it's full of bugs and glitches from what I understand. Not too sure whether or not it's a tracking issue or if it actually just doesn't work. Again, anyone in the comments section that owns the game plays it, please let us know your experience. Otherwise, I've been telling people that this game has not been working almost in the beginning levels of the game, which is unfortunate. I do want this to be out there. Ever wonder if pigeons are real? Become the infamous bird in VR Pigeons, and it's 40% off right now. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Over 120 people have rated it 2.58 out of 5 stars, with 41% giving this 1 star, but 25% did give this 5 out of 5. In this game, you're gonna channel your inner pigeon. Bob your head like a pigeon to use the unique movement controls to slip into your pigeon self. Go out into the world and find a rooftop. Wait for the granny to throw some bread. Eat as much bread as possible. Bread is life. And through this, you will unlock and discover 4 different levels, and the premise is to literally protect your bread from other pigeons while you're collecting bread and using power-ups and map shortcuts to be the fastest out of all of them. Anyone that's actually played this game, please let us know whether or not we should grab this on sale. Leap into thrilling warp tunnels and experience the fast-paced action of Space Drop, and it's 20% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 25% off total. Only 14 people have rated this so far, 3.86 out of 5 stars, with 72% of the audience giving this 4 or 5 out of 5. Each level presents an adrenaline-pumping sequence in which you simply fly through warp tunnels while dodging obstacles, collecting power-ups, shooting down asteroids, and much more. Get more shields to recover after hitting those obstacles, grab an invincibility pickup, snatch some energy from ammunition, and learn how to use these power-ups effectively in order to dominate the leaderboards. And get this, you can actually create your own levels and experience endless replayability with the custom level generator. Now, if you want to see what the game actually looks and plays like in a full level scenario, I highly encourage you to check out cusman's gameplay footage, as I'm going to leave a link in the description if you guys want to check that out. Enjoy a vivid, interactive fiction about an artist finishing her final piece of her gallery submission in Behind the Frame, the Finest Scenery VR. And it's 25% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 30% off total. Only 40 people have rated it 2.5 out of 5, with most giving it 3, 2, or 1 out of 5 stars. That said, I don't think this is a game. The actual PlayStation Store description goes on to say that now available in VR, you'll be able to paint brushstrokes and fully realize 3D space. A relaxing, eloquent experience that can be played at any pace. Become immersed in a panoramic world filled with resplendent colors, beautiful hand-animated visuals, and a smooth, easy listening soundtrack. As a passionate artist, seek the missing colors that will bring your paintings to life, all while remembering to take the occasional coffee and breakfast breaks that keep you going. There's more than meets the eye, for every painting has a story to tell. Sounds like Transformers. Dive into and explore panoramic VR worlds. Experience an evocative story through the eyes of a passionate artist. There's really not much else to say other than the PlayStation Store description and what you're seeing on the trailer here. Anyone in the comment section, if you own the game, app, experience, whatever you call this, please let us know what your thoughts are on whether or not we should get this on sale. I have no idea. Step into the Odania sports arena where sci-fi sports and VR come together for a high-energy, immersive experience, and it's currently 20% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 25% off total. Only 6 people have rated this game so far, with most giving it 3 or 4 out of 5 stars. Choose from 5 different sports, each offering a unique take on their classic versions. From boxing in a rhythm-like style, to swinging a bat at incoming targets, or even just golfing in space, every mode is designed to test your skills in different ways. This game touts to be focused on accessibility with simple controls and gameplay mechanics that allow anyone to dive into the fun right away. Despite being easy to learn, the skill ceiling is high and mastering each game mode requires sharp reflexes, timing, and strategy. That said, I've personally never played this game before, but was able to find some gameplay footage on cusman's channel and highly recommend you check it out if you're curious about this game. Also, I encourage you to check out cusman's other PSVR2 content because he covers many other games that go under the radar. So thanks so much cusman for your continued support within the community, very much appreciated. I've left a link in the description for his gameplay footage here. If you're like me, staying up at night and watching the creepy TikTok or YouTube compilation videos, then you may already be familiar with the SCP series of videos that deal with securing, containing, and protecting us from dangerous creatures that cannot be eliminated. This game is based off one in particular, and this is called SCP-087, the Stairwell Horror VR, and it's currently 80% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 85% off total. Only 22 people have rated this so far, 2.23 out of 5 stars, with just over half the audience giving this 1 star, and the rest completely mixed there. SCP-087 refers to an anomalous structure that appears to resemble a stairwell. Attempts to reach the end of the stairwell have been unsuccessful, with subjects reporting an oppressive atmosphere upon entering the structure. Auditory hallucinations, specifically the sound of distant and distressed voices, are frequently reported by those who explore. Light sources do not function effectively beyond a few meters within the structure, as the surrounding darkness appears to absorb any illumination. The footage you're seeing here is from the official Switch trailer, so it doesn't properly represent the VR version, but anyone out there, if you own this, played it, loved it, or hate it, please let us know if we should grab this at that half-off price. Dive into the world of supermarket management with Supermarket CEO Simulator VR, and it's 40% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 45% off total. Over 160 people have rated it 1.61 out of 5 stars, with 75% giving this 1 star, and the rest completely mixed again. Now, I do know that this was a flat screen game, and it looks like that flat screen game with point and click interaction, but adding that ability to move around in VR. From the few channels that have covered this, it seems the game definitely has its fair share of bugs and issues, which really sucks to hear. The premise of the game has you literally become the CEO of your very own supermarket, growing it from a small shop into a massive retail chain. Manage inventory, choose suppliers, set prices, and create marketing campaigns to attract more customers. Design the floor layout while choosing the style and arrangement of products to make your store not only functional, but also appealing to shoppers. Complete various tasks and earn rewards for accomplishments. Become a sales leader and win the hearts of your customers while setting new records for your supermarket. Are you ready to take on the challenge? I'm not too sure that I actually am. Anybody in the comments, if you own this, played it, loved it, or hate it, please let us know your thoughts in the comments. That would be great. And the game that everyone unfortunately seems to fall for and gets confused with the real flight simulator that has yet to arrive on the PSVR2. This is Flight Simulator Delivery 2025 VR, and it's currently 45% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 50% off total. And guys, over 1,000 people have rated this game, giving it 1.33 out of 5 stars, with 87% of the audience giving this 1 star. And I do have to give a shout out to Jammy Hero for doing this video you're seeing here in the thumbnail, going over what's truly unacceptable on the PlayStation Store right now, with a couple games that are falsely advertising game mechanics within their trailers that aren't actually in their game. Super shitty. And props to Jammy for leading me to check out Mr. Deathwish VR's channel by showing his actual gameplay footage for Flight Sim 2025. I totally enjoyed Mr. Deathwish VR's impressions, showing exactly what's wrong with the game in just a couple minutes and giving me everything I needed to know. Awesome. That said, everyone, I highly recommend you check out Mr. Deathwish VR's video on this so you can see for yourself why you should totally avoid the game. I'll leave links in the description for both his video and Jammy Hero's. Thanks so much to the two of them for spreading the word so we don't accidentally waste our time and money. Very much appreciated. And the next part of the video features some DLC for the hugely popular rhythm-based music game, Synth Riders, which does have a free substantial upgrade if you own this from the PSVR 1 days. And I'm going to quickly go over all of the music packs for Synth Riders that are currently on sale at 15% off. But if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you save 5% more, making it 20% off total. Starting with Kendrick Lamar Humble Experience. The next most recent music pack is called Infested Mushroom. Next we have 90s Rock. The next one's called Current Waves. The next DLC is an immersive experience for Barbie Dance and Dream, which is performed by 50/50 featuring Callie from Barbie the Album. 80s Mixtape Side A. '80s Mixtape Side B. The Electro Swing Essentials Pack. Electro Swing Essentials 2. Gorillaz Music Pack. League of Legends, which does include its own unique experience mode, which is awesome apparently. The Adrenaline Music Pack plus Experience. Caravan Palace Music Pack. The Groovin' Essentials Music Pack, which does include Bruno Mars, a few of his songs. The Synthwave Essentials 2, and yet another pack with that PSVR 2 experience. Synthwave Essentials 3. The Cyberpunk Essentials Music Pack. The Muse Music Pack, and this pack does include that PSVR 2 experience. And the Lindsey Sterling Music Pack, and here's another one with that PSVR 2 experience mode. And the last part of the video features 3 DLC packs for Puzzling Places. Don't forget you can actually get a free trial of the game if you log into the PlayStation app or the PlayStation Store website. The first one is called New York City, and it's currently 30% off. And this simply features 6 unique puzzles. The next DLC is called Return to Greece, and it's currently 30% off. And this one features 6 unique puzzles as well. The next one is called World Heritage Tour, and it's currently 30% off. And this features 6 unique puzzles as well. This one's called Variety Pack Volume 2, and it's currently 30% off. And again, this features 6 new puzzles to the game. But the last one is called Ancient Egypt Pack, and it's 30% off as well. However, this one features 4 iconic landmarks that will test your skills with the ultimate challenge, boasting up to 1,000 pieces for puzzle enthusiasts seeking a multi-day puzzling experience.
Nice, guys. Check this out. Spider-Man.
And that is all of the
See how
games
they
and
reload right
DLC
there?
for the second part of the holiday sale, ending Wednesday, January 21st. That said, if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit that like, hype, and or subscribe button to help spread the word and get even more people playing the future of console gaming, which of course is
Trying to wing it here.
PlayStation